Vietnam was divided into North and South long before Western colonial powers ever entered the picture. In the 17th century, a civil war which lasted 50 years was waged between two noble clans, the Trinh lords who ruled over the capital of what is now Hanoi, and the Nguyen lords who ruled over the capital of what is now Hue. Finally, the Sun River in Quang Binh Province was used as the de facto border. In times that followed, it was the Nguyen clan that united the country. The Nguyen's expanded southwards into the water frontier of the Mekong Delta, also moving into lands traditionally claimed by the Cambodian royal house. Siam and Vietnam, the two regional superpowers at the time, had their eyes set on Cambodia and fought over this buffer zone. The Annam Siam Yuth War took place during the reigns of King Rama III Nungklao of Siam and Nguyen Phuoc Tuyen, the third emperor of the Nguyen Dynasty. Over 14 years, both sides alternated between victory and defeat until there were negotiations to end the war. As a consequence, the land that served as the battlefield was changed forever. The city of Chau Doc is one of the places we visit on this trip as we follow the battle sites of the Annam Siam Yuth War. Following the journey of the Annam Siamese War. The Mekong River flows from Cambodia, then passes through the Mekong Delta in southern Vietnam, and finally branches into rivers and canals large and small. In the past, these waterways served as transportation networks. The region is fertile land for farming, but this area suffers greatly from flooding nearly every year. The Nguyen Day Canal is 87 kilometers long, and the 80,000 workers who dug this canal are from the Vietnamese, Khmer, and Cham ethnic groups. The Nguyen Day runs parallel to the border between Vietnam and Cambodia. The canal serves as a shortcut from the Mekong River to the sea, since it gives the territory of Chau Doc nearly direct access to the Ha Dien Sea Gate in the Gulf of Siam, within a distance of just a few kilometers. Construction of the Nguyen Day Canal began in 1819, during the period when the Nguyen Dynasty's rulership expanded to the Mekong Delta.
Neo คลองนี้ตั้งแต่เขาขุดตั้งแต่สมัยรัชวงศ์เวียนกษัตริย์ยาลองนะประมาณปี1819คือเริ่มขุดแล้วก็ราชวงศ์เวียนก็สั่งให้คนนายพลคนหนึ่งชื่อถอยเหงาเผาชื่อจริงของเขาชื่อเวียนวันถอยเขาเกิดมาจากแถวดานังปัจจุบันนี้ดานังนะเขาย้ายมาอยู่ที่นี่เป็นทหารแก่งมากของเวียดนามของกษัตริย์เวียนนะก็ต่อสู้กันกับช่วงนั้นก็มีค่าศึกอะไรต่างๆก็มาที่นี่เขาก็ต่อสู้กันได้นะทั้ง
แล้วความยาวของคลองนี่มันยาวขนาดไหนครับไปถึงไหน
ความยาวจริงๆถ้าตามหนังสือบางหนังสือเขาเขียนประมาณเกือบ100 กิโลเมตรยาวความยาวแต่ทางการเขาก็บอก93 กิโลเมตรนะครับเขาใช้พนังใจคนทั้งคนเวียดคนเคอร์แม่คนเคอร์แม่คนกับคนเวียดนะส่วนมากจะเป็นคนเคอร์แม่คนเวียดบางที่บางหนังสือบอกก็มีคนอิสลามด้วยคนจามด้วย
This shrine is a memorial for the Marquis of Chau Doc, a military administrator of the Nguyen Dynasty who was pivotal in the development of Chau Doc. The shrine now serves as a city pillar where people come and pay their respects to the town's sacred site. By order of Emperor Zhao Long, the Marquis initiated the construction of the Nguyen Canal, as well as many others, with the purpose of connecting Chau Doc with other towns. The first main road brought in development on both sides, all the way to the mountain, which stands in great distinction no matter which location in the town it's being viewed from. Nguyen Sum Mountain is situated to the south of the town. During times of war, the army that managed to acquire the mountain as a stronghold would clearly have an advantage. The Siamese army once occupied the mountain to set up camp. At that time, they found an image of a goddess which they attempted to carry down the mountain, but without success. The goddess now resides at the temple in the back. It's believed that only 9 virgin girls would be able to carry her. The site of the goddess's residence is on the must-see list for visitors of Chau Doc. The shrine and the deity are among the most famous in all of southern Vietnam. The Chinese arrived from their motherland on ships carrying merchandise that had sailed along the eastern coast. The group that did not reach the Gulf of Siam arrived on the shores of Ban Tay Met, or the present-day province of Tuyen, which is not far from the island of Phuoc. With the construction of the Nguyen Canal as well as road networks, it became very convenient to travel from Tuyen to settle and establish livelihoods in Chau Doc. The Chinese opened shops along the roadside and adapted to their surrounding environment by turning to the fishing profession, so their descendants all speak Vietnamese. And yet their hard-working, enduring spirit in the face of very difficult circumstances can still be observed in their character, which has been inherited from their ancestors.
Mình ở đây ở dưới sông nặng mình chạy đò hoặc mình nuôi cá rồi làm có tiền. Nó cũng không có thay đổi gì, ở đây nó vẫn y vậy đó. Nhưng mà hồi xưa đó là bè nhiều dữ lắm, không có chỗ đậu. Bây giờ nó thưa thớt hết rồi, nó lỗ á. Ôi mất nhiều lắm cưng ơi, bây giờ nó cạn kiệt hơn, mất nhiều lắm. Nó còn đại khái 3 con cá mà mình nuôi rồi cái người ta thả phóng sanh rồi thôi chứ không có còn nữa. Cá thì nó nhiều loại cá lắm, mình biết không hết đâu cưng. Đại khái thì bây giờ chỉ có cá tra, cá dồ, cá mè hôi, rồi cá sát. Nó đủ loại cá hết trơn á. Nhưng mà bây giờ nó cạn kiệt, hầu như là mất hết rồi. Cá hô đó là nằm ở sông Mê Công mới có, bởi vì cái loại bự. Chứ nó không có qua sông Hậu rồi đâu, nước nóng lắm, nó không có qua được. Bởi vì cái con cá bây giờ nó không có phải như hồi xưa mà nhảy lủm bủm nữa. Bởi vì nó không còn nữa, lấy gì để nhảy. Hồi xưa mà cưng chèo chiếc xuồng thôi, cưng đập cái cây xuống là giật mình nó nhảy rồi. Bị bây giờ làm sao không còn đâu. Tối cưng coi mấy chục chiếc xuồng nó đi xiệt điện, làm sao không còn đâu. Nó bơi luồn này, nó xiệt sáng đêm luôn á.
61-year-old Nguyen Dynasty is a Vietnamese of Chinese ancestry who has grown used to living in a raft house even though his ancestral home is still located on the roadside. The house has suffered so much wear and tear and now just serves as a storage space. The conditions of the Phuoc River have made life much more difficult. The houses located on the river will soon be taken down, including Nguyen Dynasty's raft house, but he continues to just focus on making a living. He keeps fish in floating baskets, which is actually a very high-cost investment. The director of the water flow is a very unpredictable factor, so the workings of natural cycles must be replaced by engines, which are in constant need of fueling and maintenance.
Là cái nguyên do cưng biết tại sao không? Lúc mà cái con nước đứng gì nè, nó thiếu oxy á, mình mắc đưa máy vô mình đạp một mùa cá gì á, mình đạp tốn dầu rất nhiều. Rồi mình mắc nhiều khi con nước đứng 1 giờ đêm, mình thức suốt luôn chịu không nổi.
Months into the raising is the season for when the fish in the floating baskets are sufficiently grown for sale distribution. The fish for sale amount to about 25 tons, but with the expenses totaling a massive 2,200,000 baht per year for fish food and care, sadly, there is almost no profit left. There is only money coming in for the next lot of investments. For this reason, traders must wait for the time when the fish will sell for better prices.
Không biết, không phải đâu.
Waterways serve as transportation routes operating in and out of the region with great efficiency. During high tide, large quantities of merchandise can be transported at any point in time. And if we look back to when the Annam Siam Yuth War was taking place, the intersection of rivers in Chau Doc was among the absolute bloodiest of war zones between the Vietnamese and the Siamese. On land, the Siamese army had recruited Laotians as well as Khmers from Phnom Penh, led by Chau Doc, and by ship the armies traveled from Bangkok to the mouth of the Ha Tien River, led by Chau Pla, also known as Dit. Many times the Siamese armies suffered defeat due to the shallowness of the Nguyen Dynasty Canal. Also, the recruited Vietnamese and Chams were highly skilled in sailing. They had access to many different types of prepared vessels, such as small rowing boats, all the way up to ships with an impressive range of weaponry on board. According to historical records of the region, the Chams populated the empire of Champa. Following the entry of the new ruling powers, the Chams spread in other directions and became small ethnic groups residing in Southeast Asia. Vietnamese of Cham ancestry are mostly Muslim and spend their lives along lake shores and the banks of rivers and canals.
Ở đây thì mới có mấy ngôi chùa như thế này chú.
Một xã có một.
Một xã chỉ có một ngôi chùa thôi, mà chùa này là chùa lớn nhất chưa?
Lớn mà mỗi xã nó có cái kiểu khác nha.
Nhưng mà chùa này là có khoảng bao nhiêu thánh đường vậy? Bao nhiêu người vậy?
Ở đây dân số là nếu mà cúng là khoảng 400 mấy. Thanh niên không đó, thanh niên
thì tính là đàn ông thôi.
Đàn ông khoảng 400 mấy.
Là 400 mấy người. Tổng là 400 mấy người lận. Tính ra cũng đông quá chứ. Tại vì nếu mà mình chỉ tính thanh niên thôi là 400 mấy rồi.
Đúng rồi.
Còn chưa tính phụ nữ nữa đúng không?
Ở đây là khoảng 2.000 mấy 3.000 dân số.
Tổng cộng là 2.000 mấy 3.000 dân số. Tính ra cũng nhiều nhưng mà chỉ có một xã này thôi, một khu vực này thôi.
Mà xã khác nó cũng thánh đường lớn nữa.
Không, người Chăm á, người Chăm ở An Giang á là thường là chỉ có ở đây không, còn cái huyện khác rồi có không?
10 cái thánh đường.
10 thánh đường.
Một tỉnh An Giang 10, cái thằng huyện An Phú là chiếm 5 cái thánh đường.
Huyện An Phú là có 5 rồi.
Xã Quốc Khánh, xã Nhân Hội.
Còn huyện khác là có không?
Có 1, Tân Châu có 2.
Tân Châu có 2.
An Phú, Châu Phú á, huyện Châu Phú.
Nhưng mà ở đó thì người Chăm lại ít đúng không?
Đúng.
In Phuoc village on the banks of the Phuoc River are traditional banya houses built on stilts. Some have retained their original condition but have worn down over time. We follow the sounds of the mechanics of the loom interweaving threads until we reach this home. Tourists visit this place on a regular basis. Rohi Ma tells us about her founding ancestors and the ways of life that remain for people of Cham ancestry like herself and her community.
Rồi ngôn ngữ của người Chăm mình ở đây á, mình vẫn còn giữ được nguyên cái ngôn ngữ của mình nói chuyện hàng ngày là ngôn ngữ người Chăm.
Ngôn ngữ người Chăm.
Nếu mà người Chăm mà từ Cam về á, rồi cô có thể nói chuyện được với người Chăm bên bản được không?
Bình thường luôn, nói giống nhau à.
Nếu mà mình muốn học ngôn ngữ Chăm á, mình học từ đâu rồi cô?
Ở đây có thầy dạy.
Ở đây có thầy dạy.
Có thầy dạy. Ở chỗ chùa á, cũng như là ban ngày nó đi học tiếng Việt á, còn ban đêm á thì mới học tiếng Chăm. Tại vì nó không có thời gian á. Phần người Chăm cũng dễ lắm, cũng như là đám cưới xong á, ngày đám cưới là đưa rể chứ không có rước dâu. Đưa rể qua nhà gái, rồi 3 ngày á là bắt buộc là ở 3 ngày, qua 3 ngày đó xong rồi đó, người cái đó là ăn thua là người chồng. Người chồng muốn ở bên nào thì ở.
Cái lúc mà người đã mất rồi á, thì mình chôn hay mình làm như thế nào?
Chôn. Nếu mà mất rồi á thì trước khi chôn nó phải tăm nước sạch sẽ. Xong rồi mấy 3 miếng giấy trắng á quấn lại. Rồi đất ở sao mà chỗ chùa á, họ mới đào qua. Đào cho nằm nghiêng á, bên xây mặt qua bên mặt trời lặn.
When the Annam Siam Yuth War came to an end, the Siamese and the Vietnamese came to an agreement to reaffirm Siamese influence over Cambodia. A king was placed on the Cambodian throne, resuming vassalage to both countries. Tributes had to be sent to the Vietnamese every 3 years. The Khmers fell into the most disadvantaged position and suffered the damages of war for prolonged periods of time as their land turned into a buffer state. The Khmers also lost parts of their country under irreversible conditions during the Western colonial era when the French redrew the borders. In times that followed, poverty struck and the Vietnamese of Khmer ancestry formed an ethnic minority that was constantly taken advantage of by way of taxation. As a consequence, their struggle to survive took on extreme proportions. Nguyen Yong tells us her stories of survival about how she and her children escaped war to seek refuge along the Cambodian-Thai border. But her butler refused to leave, saying this was his birthplace where he made his livelihood. He was willing to die there and not anywhere else. At the end of the war, the family returned to find that there was nothing left. Only the butler remained, waiting for them so that they could begin a new life together. Making handicrafts has become a profession inherited through many generations, and the costs involved in the production are quite low.
Bon សម្រាប់យាយរដ្ឋាភិបាលគាត់មានការពិសេសអីរបៀបណាដែលយើងអាចទៅរៀនប្រកាសបានដែរបងចាកាត់មិនការពិសេសដូចរៀនពីកាត់បានកាត់ចំណុចកាត់ចេះដូចថាក្បាច់បុរាណណាហើយដូចថាកាត់កាត់ប្រាប់យើងក៏យកចិត្តទុកដាក់មួយកាត់ដែរបើតែយើងចេះមែនតែយើងចេះសម័យថ្មីហ្នឹងកាត់ថារបៀបសលុកអាម៉េចនៅមួយពណ៌អីវាស្អាតចឹងណាហ្នឹងយើងមកចាញ់កាត់ឡើងនឹងដែរថាដូចថាសលុកលឿងអាម៉េចដាក់មួយក្រហមអាម៉េចបានវលិចចឹងណាកាត់ចេះចំណុចហ្នឹងរបៀបរបបហ្នឹងវាមិន7តំណប់វគ្គចឹងបានដល់បានចេញជាកណាត់ចឹងណាចាប់ផ្ដើមពីមុនដំងហ្នឹងយើងចាប់ផ្ដើមប្រម៉ោកសោតយើងយកសោតមកសម្អាតណាការដែលសោតយើងយកមកសម្អាតហើយយើងយកមកសលុកហើយបានយើងយកមកចងកើតហើយបានយើងទុកជ្រលក់ទៀតហើយយកមករុំទៀតហើយយកទុកជ្រលក់ទៀតអញ្ចឹងហើយបានហើយយើងចាប់ផ្ដើមតងហ្នឹងដាក់ឋានហ្នឹងយើងតងរាបថ្មិញរាបអីហ្នឹងតងចូលថ្មិញហ្នឹងហើយមូហ្នឹងមិនខ្នើពី5មក6នាក់ឡើងទៅបានមូ
Neong Chan Thai tells us about the balance between old and new and contemporary techniques used to speed up textile production. The results come in many different shades, and the designs follow traditional models. People of this generation don't know much about the background and meanings, but they can guess that the designs are inspired by the local environment and the ways of life.
Cáiប្រើđi thập bò sro chẳng á hay cáiប្រើចានthập bòខ្មៅហើយនឹងលឿងហើយនឹងបៃតងហើយដល់ហើយដូចថាយើងទៅបានជាសម្ពត់ហូលហ្នឹងយើងពាក់អាវពណ៌ដូចថាយើងទៅបន់សពបន់អីចឹងយើងត្រូវប្រើអាវពណ៌សតែជាពណ៌ហ្នឹងក៏បានដែរចឹងណាចាហើយដល់ពេលយើងទៅការត្រូវពណ៌លឿងទៅអីធម្មតាសឹងបានបើរឿងយើងទៅវត្តត្រូវអាវសហើយនឹងបន់សពហើយនឹងទៅវត្តហ្នឹងត្រូវអាវសហើយចា
ដែលតម្លៃដែលសម្ពត់ស្អាតបំផុតហើយយើងលាងលុកចេញហ្នឹងថ្លៃបំផុតប្រហែលបង
3លាន
គឺសម្ពត់ស្អីបង
សម្ពត់មើលរបៀបជារូបណា
ជារូប
ហ្នឹងអ្នកស្នាដៃល្អបំផុតទៅត្រូវហ្នឹងរូប
មិនបង
រូបដូចជារូបព្រះរូបផ្ទះរូបមនុស្សរូបយក្សរូបប្រាសាទរូបចៃដៃអញ្ចឹងណាហ្នឹងមើលតម្លៃហ្នឹងមករបស់យើងនេះថាស្រ័យខ្មែរស្រ័យខ្មែរត្រូវមានការងើមួយដែលតន់ប្លន់ហើយការងើដែលប្រចាំផ្ទះអញ្ចឹងស្រ័យខ្មែរត្រូវមានអញ្ចឹងដូចថាមរតករបស់យើងហ្នឹងដូចថាគេពីចដូនចតាចាក់ឲ្យអញ្ចឹងយើងត្រូវថែមរតកហ្នឹងហើយគឺការងើរបស់ស្រ័យខ្មែរអញ្ចឹងណា
The Vietnamese government supports the profession and preservation of weaving Khmer-grown textiles. Scholarships are provided for courses running for 6 months. One course has placements for 30 students. Graduates can go on to make a living and form other avenues of income by selling to other towns. Tourists also come here to support the village's products. Regardless of the historical era, war brings loss to all sides. The finest victory can only be found in allowing the people to live alongside each other without having to feel abandoned or alienated. After all, those of us who come from so many different ethnicities have always been here on this abundant land which has been passed down to us from our ancestors.